everybody, the D23 Expo, the biggest Disney fan expo, just wrapped up, and we have got a ton of news to share with you, so let's get started. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we had to do this extra video for you all about the great news that Disney just dropped about the future of the Disney parks. Now, this is all from the D23 Expo, which is basically Comic-Con for all things Disney. Happens every 2 years, and it's always a huge deal where Disney announces all of its future plans. So while lots was announced this weekend, we are here to tell you about the 10 biggest parks news updates, so Disney Parks news updates, that dropped on Sunday. Now remember, to get all the news and all the updates, head to DisneyFoodblog.com. We've got posts about everything, but we're going to touch on the top 10 here for you. Let's get right into it. All right, first thing we're going to jump into is Epcot. This is what everybody was excited to hear about on Sunday, and so we're going to start with it because there's so much cool information here. First up in Epcot, you know there's going to be a huge transformation of this park. They say it's the biggest transformation of any park ever. There's going to be a new Moana-inspired attraction coming to Epcot. It's going to be called the Journey of Water, and this will be a walkthrough interactive experience that teaches guests the importance of the natural water cycle. Of course, your kids will love it. Next note, Future World is being transformed into 3 new neighborhoods called World Discovery, World Celebration, and World Nature. This is going to include lots of new green spaces, a brand new multi-level festival center, and a few updates to the scenes inside the Epcot icon Spaceship Earth. So stay tuned for that to start happening really soon. As you know, a lot of stuff in Epcot is closing this fall, so that's going to be the precursor to this new change. Now, we also got the name for the Guardians coaster. So Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind will be the new name. And we learned that it will be the first coaster in Disney to feature a reverse launch. So that's going to be super fun. They're going to shoot you off backwards from the beginning. All right, you know we're DFB, so let's head over to the new restaurants. The name for the Space Restaurant in Epcot has been confirmed at Space 220, which means guests will be viewing Earth from 220 miles above Epcot. So opening next to Mission Space this winter, this new restaurant will be connected to the Mission Space ride in Epcot's newly named World Discovery and will be operated by the Patina Group, who also operate Maria and Enzo's, the Italy Pavilion restaurants, a couple of restaurants in Disneyland. They operate a lot of Disney restaurants already. So guests are going to board an elevator that will simulate their trip to space and emerge into a dining room with those incredible views of Earth. Also, we learned a little bit more about the Reflections Resort, the DVC resort coming to Bay Lake area of Disney World. It's going to include A-frame cottages and treehouse suites and will be home to a brand new restaurant on the bayou, quote unquote, inspired by The Princess and the Frog. So we're awaiting more details, but we did get a glimpse of this awesome concept art. Now we've got to talk about the PIM Test Kitchen, which is over there on the Avengers Campus in the new Marvel Land coming to Disney California Adventure and corresponding to Hong Kong and Disneyland Paris. Here's what Disney says about it. Just as Ant-Man and the Wasp use PIM particles to grow and shrink just about anything, PIM Technologies is using the latest innovations to grow and shrink food at this eatery. So maybe they'll have those giant burgers and pretzels like they had at Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar to promote the Ant-Man movie. That'd be really fun. And then let's talk Nighttime Spectacular. Epcot, as you know, Illuminations is ending, and Epcot is bringing in a temporary Nighttime Spectacular called Epcot Forever, but then we're waiting to see what the brand new one's going to be starting in 2020, and we got the name for it yesterday. It's called Harmonious, with the US at the end capitalized, and it will be, quote, the largest Nighttime Spectacular in WDW history. Now, what we're kind of thinking based on the description is that it's going to be sort of a combo of Rivers of Light and the old Illuminations, except with Disney tunes. So that's kind of the feel that they're giving, but it's going to be big. And the big announcement that pretty much nobody was expecting is that a new Mary Poppins attraction is coming to the United Kingdom Pavilion in the World Showcase. Guests will be able to enter number 17, the home of the Banks family, where the adventure begins, they say. So we don't know too much about this, but we do know that Mary Poppins attraction is on its way. So Epcot's going to start looking very different, obviously with tons of construction in the near future. In addition to all the new attractions, we're going to see lots of new green spaces and generally a focus on bringing Epcot into the modern age, which is the original concept behind the park. All right, let's talk Star Wars Hotel. So we got a closer look at the experience awaiting guests at the Star Wars Hotel, and it's officially named Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. So it's basically like you're on a cruise through space. So this is a 2-day, 2-night, all-inclusive experience where guests will board and disembark the ship called the Halcyon at the same time, very similar to a cruise. And there's an all-alien crew and views of the stars outside every window. And of course, you can do activities like Jedi training for both adults and kids. Onboard meals and your port day to Batuu are all included. So guests will interact with the crew, other passengers, and characters like Rey and Chewie, as well as Kylo Ren, who might just show up on the Galactic Star Cruiser. We've got lots more details on DisneyFoodblog.com, so head there to get the full scoop. All right, let's talk Disneyland and the other parks. So over in Disneyland, there's a brand new parade coming in 2020. This parade will be called Magic Happens and will be a blend of both classic and new Disney stories and include Moana, Coco, and Sleeping Beauty, and of course, Mickey Mouse and the gang. The Marvel Land, as we've been calling it, is now called Avengers Campus. It's coming to Disney California Adventure and Disneyland Paris, and will also correspond to the Avengers Campus at Hong Kong. So the first thing we're gonna see here is that PIM Test Kitchen that we talked about in our restaurants section. And then the Worldwide Engineering Brigade, also known as WEB, will be a brand new Spider-Man experience and the very first Spider-Man ride-through attraction at Disney. So the Avengers Campus in DCA will have a Phase 2 opening, just like Galaxy's Edge, which includes a brand new e-ticket attraction. Here you will step on board a Quinjet and fly alongside the Avengers in an epic adventure to Wakanda and beyond. You will team up alongside the Avengers in a battle to save our world against one of the most powerful villains they have ever faced, quote unquote, featuring an all-new ride system. So that's going to be a brand new e-ticket ride coming to Disney California Adventure. And of course, you'll be able to meet all your superhero faves, including new to the parks Ant-Man and Wasp. So Phase 1's going to be opening next year, no date yet on Phase 2. And Disney Cruise Line. If those cruise comparisons got you in the mood for a cruise, you'll soon be able to get on board the brand new ship Disney Wish, which features Rapunzel on the stern, projected to sail January 2022. DCL guests traveling to the Bahamas will also be able to visit Disney's new island, Lighthouse Point, in late 2022 or early 2023. And the design for this destination is being led by Imagineer Joe Rohde, cue all the Rhode Island jokes. We can expect a meshing of natural and cultural influences from the Caribbean culture of the island. And the final thing we want to tell you about, the Disney Genie app has been announced. This brand new planning and itinerary app aimed at helping to simplify your vacation and allow you to select interests and receive personalized Disney World plans, as well as have all of your fast passes and advanced dining reservations booked in one go, which sounds crazy, but there you go. There was no indication about whether Disney Genie will incur a cost or if it's a complimentary service, but we can't wait to learn more about Disney Genie and see just how many wishes he will grant for us. So we'll give you more info on that later. So we're excited to see how all of these new rides and pavilion updates progress, etc. in Disney World, Epcot, and around the world. So whether Disney can nail the immersion of the Star Wars Hotel, if Avengers Campus will deliver on the super experience we're promised, and just how the Disney Genie will change how we plan our trips. And if you want to read about all the other changes coming to Epcot, a look at overseas Disney park projects and more, head over to DisneyFoodblog.com. There was too much to put in this video, but we'll have it all over there on DFB. As always, you guys, thanks for listening and thanks for watching. We appreciate you hanging with us for this extra video. This is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.